Alright, buddy, I'm going to tell you something now that when you first hear it, you'll say, what are you talking about? Stones don't walk. But then you'll go to Google, type Sailing Stones Death Valley, and scream they really walk. Yes, stones in Death Valley, California actually walk and leave giant trails behind them. Just like the trail of disappointment you leave when walking out of your room after missing a penalty in FIFA, but much longer. Now, the first people to discover this were miners and scientists who came there in the early 1900s. People arrived in a normal, let's find some gold mode. But they encountered 300-kilogram stones that had moved from one place to another as if they had fast-traveled in Skyrim. And there were 200-meter-long trails in the middle of nowhere. At first, of course, everyone said someone is trolling us. They come secretly at night and push the stones. But buddy, this is Death Valley. It's 50 degrees in the summer, freezing in the winter. Who comes at midnight to push a 300-kilogram stone? Even Dwayne Johnson would say, that's too much for me, bro, to this. For decades, theories abounded, from wind alone to magnetic fields, or even pranksters dragging the rocks. But the extreme conditions and isolation made human intervention highly unlikely. The mystery was finally solved on December 20th, 2013, and confirmed in 2014 by paleobiologists Richard D. Norris and James M. Norris from the Scripps Institution of Oceanography. Using time-lapse photography, GPS loggers embedded in rocks, and weather data, they captured the process during rare winter events, which happen only once every 2 to 3 years. Here's how it works. Light rain wets the playa, forming a soft mud layer. Overnight freezing then creates thin ice sheets around the rocks, forming large floating pans up to 30 centimeters thick. Daytime winds of 16 kilometers per hour or more then push these ice pans, which gently nudge the embedded rocks at speeds of 0.2 to 5 meters per minute, carving those incredible trails before the ice melts. Videos show rocks like Shannon, an 18-kilogram stone, moving 15 meters in one event on January 7th, 2014. Over 60 moving rocks have been documented, with trails forming primarily from November to February. So, the next time you hear about the mysterious sailing stones of Death Valley, you'll know it's not magic, but a fascinating dance between geology, water, ice, and wind, creating one of nature's most intriguing spectacles. Then, of course, conspiracy theories started. Aliens, magnetic fields, underground winds. Some even said maybe the stones have souls, they come to life. Do we live in the Harry Potter universe, my friend? Did the stones become animagi now? One of the funniest theories was this. Maybe kids are doing it. Yes, buddy, a group of kids in the 1940s, in an era without the internet, pushing 300-kilogram stones in the middle of the desert for fun, then leaving without telling anyone. Really very logical. Anyway, scientists tried to solve this event for years. A group of researchers came in the 1970s, marked the stones, waited, the stones moved, but no one saw how they moved because the event happened so slowly and under such special conditions, just like your New Year's resolutions coming true. Theoretically possible, but practically no one sees it. Now, because of YouTube's censorship policy, I don't use the word death much or the video will get demonetized. So from now on, let's call Death Valley the Life Difficulty Pit. It's the same thing anyway. In 2006, Ralph Lorenz, a scientist from NASA. Yes, NASA is interested in stones. They must be tired of looking for aliens. Did a very simple experiment. He took a stone from his freezer, put ice under it, threw it into a tray full of water, and as he blew on it, the stone slid. I don't know if the guy yelled, "Eureka!" but he definitely said, "I am a genius" to himself. But of course, everyone asked, okay, nice experiment, but how does it happen in real life? Because the last time I checked, there is no freezer in the Life Difficulty Pit. The real solution came in 2011, a group of scientists. And these are really determined people. While you say one more episode on Netflix, they are watching stones in the desert, set up high-resolution GPS, weather stations, and cameras. And in the winter of 2013 to 2014, they finally recorded the event. Now listen, because this story took longer to happen than the filler episodes in Naruto. First, something rare needs to happen in the region: rain. Yes, it rains in the Life Difficulty Pit. Shocker. This rain fills the flat lake bed called Racetrack Playa, a few centimeters of water accumulate. Then the temperature drops at night, going down to -degrees because deserts turn into deep freezers at night. Turns out my high school physics teacher was right. The water freezes, a thin layer of ice forms. The stones are trapped inside the ice, just like Elsa freezing her heart, but less dramatic. When the sun rises in the morning, the ice starts to melt. But before it melts completely, large ice sheets form. These are 3 to 4 meters wide, a few millimeters thick, just like that paper under your pizza, but much bigger. Then, and this is where the magic happens, the wind blows. But not normal wind, at a speed of 15 to 25 kilometers per hour, strong enough, but not a hurricane, exactly the Goldilocks zone. This wind pushes the giant ice sheets, and the ice sheets drag the stones underneath them along. As if the stones are riding ice skateboards, they basically became Tony Hawk. And while the stones move, they leave those famous trails underneath them. This whole event happens maybe once a year, lasts a few minutes. And if you aren't there at that moment, you miss it. Just like being AFK on Discord the moment an important drama happens. Now there are some myths. Let's debunk them because the internet doesn't always give correct information. 1. Stones move every night. False. Maybe once a year, under special conditions. 2. Magnetic field pulls the stones. Buddy, this isn't Star Wars. There is no force in real life. Stones are normal rocks, no magnetic properties. 3. The wind pushes the stones directly. Half true, but no. The wind doesn't directly push a 300-kilogram stone. It slides it thanks to the ice sheet. 4. They all move at the same time. No. Some move, some pause, some go in different directions because the ice sheets break in different ways. And most importantly, scientists still don't know how it happens. This is an old myth. We've known since 2014 Uncle Google exists. Use him. So why is this event so special? Because a perfect combination of conditions in the universe is needed. A flat lake bed, water, night temperature below freezing point, but melting during the day, wind at the exact speed, and of course big stones. When these conditions come together, nature tells you, look what I can do, within the rules of physics, but still looking like magic. Now a fun fact. NASA is studying this event to understand possible geological processes on Mars because there are similar trails on Mars too. So maybe stones are skiing on Mars too, who knows? By the way, I have no sponsor in the video because which company would sponsor stone sliding anyway? Now you are saying, okay, nice, but why did I learn this? What did it add to my life? Buddy, this information teaches you this. Behind everything in nature that looks like magic, there is physics, chemistry, and perfect timing. No aliens, no conspiracy, just science. And sometimes the simplest explanation, ice and wind, is the correct one. This is called Occam's razor, but I got scared that YouTube would censor this too because of the word razor. Anyway, you also learn this. Scientists are really patient people. They waited in the desert for years and watched stones. You can't decide which chips to buy at the market for 5 minutes. So, can you go and see these stones? Yes. Racetrack Playa is in Death Valley National Park, but know this, getting there is not easy. The last 3 kilometers is a terrible dirt road. You need a 4x4 vehicle. It's hellishly hot in summer, freezing in winter, no water, no signal, and most importantly, do not touch the stones. Seriously, this is forbidden. There is a $10,000 fine. Park officials are not jokers about this. Some tourists thought, hee I'll push the stone a bit. Take a video, go viral. Now they are in debt. Respect nature, buddy. Let the stones do their own thing. Now let me say this in the finale. This story always reminds me of this. The universe is strange, nature is weird, and sometimes reality is more interesting than imagination. Stones don't fly in Minecraft. The physics engine crashes in GTA, but in real life, stones dance patiently under the right conditions when no one is looking. And it took 100 years to solve this. Hundreds of scientists, millions of dollars were spent, but we finally solved it because mankind is curious, stubborn, and doesn't rest until learning why stones move. Now you've learned it too? Tell your friends. Let them say, dude, what are you talking about? Then let them Google it, get surprised, and maybe one day you'll go there and see for yourself. But don't forget, don't touch the stones, take photos, admire, then leave. Nature has been doing this show for millions of years. It will do it for thousands of years after us. We are just lucky guests on this planet. And finally, if you like this video, hit like, because the algorithm gods are hungry and need to be fed constantly. Subscribe because more How Can This Be Real Bro stories are coming. And write your favorite unexplained natural phenomenon in the comments. Maybe I'll make a video about that too. Because buddy, the universe is strange, science is wonderful, and we are just at the beginning of the road. The stones in the life difficulty pit are walking. You keep walking in your life too, but I hope in a faster and less mysterious way. See you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water because even these stones can't endure without water. And remember, physics always wins, whereas conspiracy theories always lose.